And Lyra only gets to clear 3 camps. I actually think he doesn't get spotted, so he just runs straight across. It's good for Mike Young. I actually really like this. And now what's Lyra gonna do, right? Like Lyra either ganks, because I actually think if Lyra ganks, it's totally fine. I think if Lyra ganks here, it's actually hilarious. Uh, because you expect Olaf to go here to here. You expect Olaf to go from this side of the jungle if he's up there to his side here, or go across, and he should be on his red. So going for the not the invade, the bottom lane kill, I think is actually fine, but he got spotted on a ward. They back up a little bit, but just like Sven and Mithy are trying to shove this matchup because the leash happened for Apollo and Hakuo. And that's kind of why they're winning here, is because the setup level 1. So they hit level 2 first, they get the shove advantage, they have more minions, they'll potentially hit level 3 first. And so this matchup here, that I actually think Kate Braum should be winning, gets to shove and they get experience advantage, so they'll win early. But then it should go over to Kate. Because they see Lyra on this ward, bottom lane knows they're safe and they can shove. 100% they just get to go ahead and shove it. And there's really nothing like Clutch can do about it because they don't have vision here, so they don't know where Olaf is. So this ward from Hauntzer, it's a top lane ward, but it actually helps your bottom lane. And then they just get to go find him at his grump. Lyra smites it for HP. Mike Young kills it. Ugh. Yeah, so Bjergsen threw a W here to predict that Lyra was going to just flat out run. And he doesn't. And so it would have, I think it would have killed Lyra or gotten his flash. But they still get the heal out of Apollo. They don't blow any of their own summoners for it. So they kind of see Mike Young in this area. And that's why Febiven goes for this play. And this time, Bjergsen doesn't get the E out in time. So he W's right before the E. Bjergsen gets chunked. The Hextech Revolver's in there. Febiven, Chain of Corruption. Or not Chain of Corruption. The Chain, the Ethereal Chain. Yeah. Why does he move that way? I actually expect Febiven to move this way. Because then he's cutting off Bjergsen's escape, and even if Bjergsen flashes, then he'd be able to actually keep up with him. And it doesn't matter that, like, if Olaf comes out of this bush over here, right, you're like, oh, here comes Olaf, and he comes up and he's out of this bush. You still have your W back here. So I think it's actually fine to position yourself here instead. Because, like, he kind of moves this way. Yeah, he moves up with the chain. And I think he should be more aggressive in his positioning before that. Because, like, instead of being here, he's here. And then he can flash and even maybe auto after. Because he flashes, gets the heal. And I actually think that this is fine from Febiven. I think Febiven's actually doing the right thing. Because him engaging Bjergsen means that Bjergsen doesn't go and shut down Lyra harder. So I think it's fine that he does that. I just think the execution is slightly off, and that's it. Yeah, Mike Young gets spotted right there, I think. And then Febiven's going to kill Bjergsen. The flash over. Febiven has nothing, and he just dies. But Sejuani got red. Let's see. Caitlyn wants to back, and he backs. Then Hakuho stays to catch the next wave because Varus is there. So Varus comes up, shoves another wave. Hakuho grabs the wave in front of the turret, and when somebody does this, that means that they're staggering their backs, and that's one of the best times to go for a dive. So Hakuho holds the wave. The Braum now has to back because he has gold he hasn't spent. He's going to back. TSM are already setting up for this, and they're going around. They shoved in the mid lane with a push pressure on. Tom Kench came mid so he can Abyssal Void somebody in if he wants to. Oh, wait, he's not level 6. Okay, perfect. They're just going to walk through. And Hakuo has to swap to like TP or something here with Summoner Spellbook if he wants to do anything here. Because they don't have TP here or TP here. And they know this one was canceled and they know this one was used. So unless Hakuo like swaps to TP, Apollo should be dead. Because they're just going to 3-man dive him, right? Yeah, he swaps to TP. He TP's in. And he still dies anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, that's just like good from TSM because that's a play that starts like here at like 8 minutes and 50 seconds. Because the bottom lane is looking like they're going to recall. The AD carry stays and the support backs. And so when the support backs, he's just going to go through this area, maybe look mid, clear this area out. But then they do the opposite on Clutch Gaming's side. This ward, once again, really good ward. I actually think this is a super good ward. Because like a lot of people will like check this bush and you can see there's a control ward in there. There's a control ward here. But like this ward is going to give you all the information of the people coming across the river or invading your own jungle. So like this is a really good ward. And so they see that they do the Mountain Drake, and that's going to cue Lyra to make a play on the opposite side of the map, I assume. Yeah, they just walk straight down. They actually see this whole thing, right? They see this whole sequence. Despite there being a control ward in this bush down here, this ward is just like giving them all the information they need for Apollo to just back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. And he goes all the way back. And because they see them, warding is like really underrated. Like warding, where you know where they are, you know where they aren't. So you can go ahead and make plays. When you see 4 people bottom side, then you're just like, easy. Make a 3-man play top side. No way to avoid this. When does he get that? Watch this chain. Where does this chain come from? Oh! That's dirty. He gunblades Mithy. Mithy gets stunned. Where's this chain? Hold on. Hold up. There it is. That looks like it's going to hit Mithy, right? And it goes right by and it hits Sven. And then because of the cleanse here, it actually like kind of looks like it tagged Mithy, but it actually tags Sven. And so Sven is like still walking forward here with the team. And Mithy... Yeah, Mithy turns, but then Mithy actually like walks away. Then he eats Mike Young. Or sorry, he walks up to eat Sven. Does he have Devour available? Yes. Yes. We'll triple check. Because I don't think he devours him anywhere here. Yeah, he has Devour available. Mithy's like helping out Mike, but Mithy like should have eaten Sven and then ran. Yeah. Because that chain from Featherven is huge. It looks like it's going to hit Mithy, and it kind of looks like it hits him too. Like that. That chain looks like it's on Mithy to me. Right? Especially because he cleanses, and so it has this like circle around him. So like the particle noise and the direction of the chain looks like it's in Mithy, but it's actually on Sven. And then they realize it here, and he's rooted, and then everybody backs up because they're getting blasted on the side. But like all this is just like a super good play, and I think Mithy thought he had the chain on him, so he walks away, and Sven walks up. So it's like just kind of in all the particle noise and the focus, it's just like all over the place. But like Haunter has to ulti from like here all the way up to even get there because Solo made a really good play. So like this is just a really good play regardless of that thing happening. This is just a really good play from Clutch because they realized, oh, we actually have an advantage here. And they're behind though, right? but they're still able to make this happen, and they get like what, a 2-for-1? Yeah, they get 2-for-1, and like being behind is and getting that type of fight is great. Yeah, they just get to like power down now. I don't think there's much more to like gather from this game. Like, I actually think this game, uh, Mike Young controlling the early jungle of Lyra. I think Clutch Gaming made an awful decision at the beginning of the game on how they defend. Then they made an awful decision in like how they actually protect bottom lane, and then they weren't able to like do much in the game. And they snowballed from there. Like TSM just did a really good job of picking the right fights when they're ahead. Um, but like Clutch Gaming did a really good job of exploiting some weaknesses in TSM, and so like I guess they get hope from that as well, because they're like, man, they were up in gold and we still almost beat them in some fights. So it's kind of just like, if those types of plays can happen and Solo can like show up to a fight when Haunter's bottom and he doesn't have TP, you're just like, oh, we can exploit that. They take all of them, all of the base, and then they reset. Okay, end the game. Not much to VOD review from here. What do? Yeah, they just take it. Perfect. Perfecto.